sexy motherfucker, huh? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, but back on topic though. How to get out of this bad mental state? So, first of all, I think self reflect. A lot of people nowadays, man, they just be distracted by all sorts of information, all the stuff, just your phone, your computer, social media, porn, video game, all those things, man. They're they get distracted by those things, man. And I believe everyone nowadays are distracted. And literally, like everyone's are distracted because there's too much information, man, and people don't pick which information they want to pick up on. They just let their mind pick up whatever information that is presented to them. They have no choice of. They have no selecting themselves. Like they don't have the ability to choose and control their attention. They just let their attention dictate. They let their brain dictate what they wanted to read or look. The brain says, I want to look at a booty. Okay. Search Pornhub.com. There it is. If the brain tells you to do some instant gratification, they scroll on social media. And actually, their brain doesn't even have to tell them that's what they do, right? Like when I fucking go on a break and during work, and then all my coworkers be on their phone. Like none of them like are fucking present. It's like having like a normal human interaction with someone, or like just be eating or just doing something besides scrolling on their phone and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the things people need to realize. Self-reflect comes from cutting off all distractions. So that's the first things I mentioned is self-reflect. You ever wonder why, like, when you get on your bed, you have the most profound thoughts and wisdom? That's because during daytime, you just be distracted by all sorts of things. And when you get on your bed, that's the only time you can just be doing nothing. You're just laying there and doing nothing but think. Or some people don't even think, they just fall asleep, or they just beat their fucking meat before bed. That's even worse. Like for me recently, I get a lot of inspiration when I go to sleep. But I feel like you have to like arrange a time to think alone. Just do nothing, man. Like in another word, you don't even say think. Just sit there and do nothing for 1 minute, not even 5 minutes, 1 minute. I bet a lot of people can't even do that because their brain, their attention span it's like a fish. They have the attention span of a fish. Their brain's so fucking fried, man. So, like I said, don't get distracted. Try your best not to look at the screen or scroll on social media. I know I fell for that trap too. Like I'm guilty for that. But I'm telling myself and you guys, I'm trying to do my best to help me and everybody who's watching this video. And also meditation. Meditation, everybody's been telling you. I think if you haven't tried it yet, I mean, or you only tried it for once or twice and you be like, oh, meditation doesn't work for me. Oh man, I meditated for 5 minutes today. Oh, that I didn't feel anything afterward. Shut the fuck up, bro. Of course you won't feel anything. It's a long term. It takes time, bro. It's just like going to the gym. You can't just expect you to be fucking Swaniger after one workout. Right, you can't be like all buff after a couple of days or 1 week of workout. You gotta be consistent about it. It's just meditation is the same thing, man. You gotta be consistent about it. And the reason why I think meditation is very important for you to get out of bad mental state is because you need that mental clarity, man. And the mental clarity comes from self-reflect, meditation, and solitude, which is the next thing I'm going to talk about is the solitude. People nowadays they're so distracted and they don't have the time to be able to connect to themselves. And people say, what is solitude, Hugo? What is I don't have any friend. I'm here all by I'm alone most of the time. Is that solitude? It's not solitude. Solitude is when you're by yourself, but you're connected to your inner self. You're the one taking care of your thought process. You're not getting distracted by anything. You just simple there. You're just simply sitting there and spend quality time with yourself. Not some bullshit time, which is not fucking watching. I'm watching a movie. I'm having a self care day. Nah, that doesn't count, dog. That doesn't count. You have to do the boring things. You know, like people think the things people will get bored of. That's the things you need to do. Like doing nothing but sitting there, looking over your wall, doing nothing. You can't do that, man. You can't even do that. I bet you can't do it. Just like some people can't even read. Like they don't have the attention span to looking these dead trees in front of their eyes. They just too they're too distracted, man. So and gratitude, that is another thing people need to need to pick up on. You know, when you're in a when you're fucking depressed, you just got fired by your boss. You just bust fucking 7 nuts a day. I don't know what the fuck who can you bust 7 nuts a day? I mean, it's just crazy. Like I hear people be all you're busting, but it's no nut November, bro. You gotta fucking you gotta get back on track, bro. And the fuck gratitude. Reason why gratitude is so important is because you have to be thankful for the things that you own, and when when you learn this thing called gratitude, when you write down gratitude journal, it helps you to realize what you have and what you don't have. Other than not what you don't have, obviously you don't. I mean, you don't have to know what you don't have, but gratitude is so important, man. It's like the things that you're grateful for can truly change how you think. If you just think about silly stuff, you just depressed all the time, man. They ain't gonna get you out of your bad mental state. So these are the things I believe are very important to find your find the purpose you want or find the happiness that you wanted is to do these things, man. Self-reflect, meditate, gratitude, solitude. Especially solitude. I think none of these motherfuckers has been mentioning solitude. I think it's really important to just disconnect it from the outside world, turn your attention inward. You know, connect to your higher self, your inner self, not the external world. And that is the meaning of life, to be honest. Like when you're disconnected from the outside world, that is when you have the full consciousness. You're in when you're entirely present, and when you're turn your attention inward, when you're completely focused on the present, in your pure consciousness, that's when the miracle happens. That's when you find that peace inside of you. That's what meditation enters the door. You know, and you might be thinking like I'm talking about something, some wishy-washy kind of stuff. Like, oh yeah, pure consciousness. That sounds a little stupid. Nah, bro. You're stupid for thinking that way because everything. Pure consciousness, everything. It is your reality. Like every day, your mind, your thoughts are your conscious. Like your consciousness is everything. It's literally how you think, how you perceive things, and it's the only thing on earth, to be honest. There's two things. There's matters, there's consciousness. In other words, your mind. Or to be honest, I don't know the difference between mind and consciousness. I think there's a little bit difference, right? There's slightly bit. I don't know, but these are two completely different things. Sometimes you're not in control of the matters, this aspect of life. Sometimes they're in your control, sometimes they're out of your control. You have to accept that. You can't fight against that because it's not going to do anything. This part, consciousness. This is completely within your control. This part of your life, you can take over. Like you don't have to let it. It's something you can control. Okay? This part is like 50-50. You can control half of it, which is under your control. The other half, you cannot do anything about it. So, which is why I hear some people saying mind over matters. That makes sense because you have to focus on the things you have control over. And there you go. You have the three things you need, three weapons you need to arm yourself with to fight the bad mental state. And I hope you enjoy this one. I hope you find this information useful. And I appreciate you watching. And talk to you next time. Peace.